How you doing, YouTube? Welcome back to Clutch X. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to start a recessive breeding project. Specifically, 3 different methods that you could use. Each one has difference in cost, but they also yield different offspring, right? So, we're going to go through each one of them so you can see what best suits your needs. So in this case here, this is the first option, or tier 1. In this case, we have a pastel het pied and a yellow belly het pied. So this is a great way to start into a recessive project and not spend too much money. For example, this pastel het pied female costs around $150, and this yellow belly het pied female from JKR was $300 at the time of our purchase. So you can see here with $500, we're able to get a good base to kick off our breeding plans for our recessive project. So this is essentially the first tier that you could go on, okay? And then we're going to move on to our second tier. So this is our second tier here. So this is a little more costly, as each one of these females is going to probably cost you around $350 to $450, depending if they're low white, high white. But the thing about having visuals to begin with is that if you pair it with another visual male, you will get 100% pieds. So as the other first tier was, 50% of your offspring, if you're using a visual pied male, is going to come out looking like a normal and be het for piebald. So this here will give you nothing but pied animals if you're using a pied male. The difference in here, the big key difference here is that these are $350 to $450, which is considerably more expensive than the hets. And in this case here, you don't have any co-doms in the mix, right? So this is strictly just pied. So if you get a male and he's just a regular male, all you're producing is regular pied males or females. You have no co-doms in here, so you're not really producing anything higher than just your standard pied. So again, females here cost about $350 to $450. $450. Our top tier will be snakes like these. So here you have a super pastel pied. Here you have a bumblebee pied, possible killer bee. And here you have a spinner pied. So pinstripe spider pied. So this is the ultimate tier, if you ask me. You're starting off with great base, which is a recessive in there already, but you're also throwing in some co-dom combos like the super pastel, the spinner, and the spied, bumblebee pied, possible killer bee. So this is a lot more expensive to get into, but it's definitely worth it because, right off the gate, you're going to produce, for instance, in this case, this super pastel girl will produce nothing but pastel pied babies if you just have a regular pied male. So no normals from her. And then from here, you also have a possible of getting pastel pieds, spider pieds. Here you have a possibility to throw out spider pieds, pinstripe pieds, regular pieds. So here you have a great base, and you're probably going to be breeding, second or third tier animals here, which go for a lot more money, but it is more costly to begin with. For example, this female here we got for about $1,000. This super pastel pied female was also around $1,000, and this spinner pied was approximately $800, if I recall. So I'm going to put them in here. So that's essentially the first thing you want to go for, are the 3 tiers that's available when you go into recessive project, whether you want to spend $150, $300, or $1,000+ for some of these animals we have here. So once we get over to that, the second thing is when to buy your male. So once you let your females grow, then about a year, have them be about 800 to 1,000 grams. It's what I would say you should purchase your male. because there's a couple reasons why you want to do that. The first thing is because usually a male will be ready to breed within the same year, and a female takes between minimum of 2 years to 3 to 4 years to breed, depending on how fast she grows and, you know, how well she eats for you. So the reasons why you want to buy, so that's one of the reasons why you want to buy a male later in the game. The other reason is because usually a male would be, let's say this year we got this male for $1,500. Next year this male might only be $1,000. So if you wait, you might actually have a cheaper male that's the same quality or even better than you could pay for this year. So, you know, it's definitely good to wait, especially because they breed within that same year. So that's the second reason why you want to wait on your male. The third thing you want to do, though, if you can afford it, is definitely invest in a powerhouse male. So this here is a super pastel, yellow belly, or gravel pied male. So, you know, you're not throwing any normal looking babies with this guy here. Breeding this male to this regular pied female, you're gonna get no less than pastel pied boys or girls, or you might even have yellow belly pastel or gravel pastel pied babies. So definitely, if you can, invest in a powerhouse males like we have here. So let me see. Now we've talked about when to buy your male, you know, the different tiers of, you know, your females that you could get into. I guess the third thing is your ratio. Usually what you want to do is have a 1.3 being 3 females to every male. In this case, it's going to be more like a 1.4, but, you know, usually a minimum of 1.3 is what you're looking at. So this is a perfect shot of what I think your recessive project should be looking like. You know, tier 1, which is het animals, tier 2, which is visual recessive animals, and tier 3, you know, co-doms or doms in the mix with your recessive, and your one male. So that should definitely be your goal, to, you know, keep 1.3 minimum, and, you know, you buy that powerhouse male that could fit into multiple females. This little male here will go perfect with this super pastel female. It'll go perfect with this yellow belly het pied, and it'll definitely go really, really well with this just regular pied girl. So, you know, as you can see here, we definitely plan your breeding and make sure that your one male could tie in to your multiple females. That way, you know, you could save costs on that end too. And that's pretty much it, YouTube. This is kind of what we think you should look for when starting a recessive project. But let us know if we missed anything, or if you want us to go more in detail on a certain subject, and we'll definitely try to make another video, or, you know, comment below and we'll answer any questions you guys may have. Thanks for watching.